Decades-long dispute between the town of Andrews and Georgetown County. The town filed a lawsuit against the county in 2021, claiming they had not given them the full amount of money promised in their 2014 penny sales tax referendum. Anna Harris breaks down the story.
With a municipal complex sitting here half done in the town of Andrews.
Operations has been constrained.
This building is meant to house the Andrews Fire and Police Departments, but according to a 2021 lawsuit, the construction had to stop because the town claims they stopped receiving the funding they were promised from the 2014 Georgetown County penny sales tax revenue. Documents state $1.5 million of that revenue was estimated to go towards the municipal complex, but when the county was collecting the total, they ended up having nearly $13 million over what they estimated. Plus, McClary says their complex ended up costing over double what was expected. In turn, the lawsuit claims the county did not fund the full cost of the rest of the project, counting the extra money as surplus to go elsewhere.
It's not the penny sales tax that we have an issue. We have an issue with the management of it.
The county's ordinance states the money collected in excess must be first applied to complete a project the tax was imposed for.
But because they felt that they've met the obligation with the town of Andrews, they cut us off.
Now it's time for the two to face off in court. That date has been set for March 17th of next year. Georgetown County says they do not comment on pending litigation, but also say they paid Andrews the original $1.5 million twice. Now, McClary was able to provide me with those receipts, but he also says they're still short about $2.7 million to finish that project. The lawsuit also claims $7 million of that surplus was set to go towards individual county council members for their own district projects.
So all of these things that are listed on here in this $7 million, they're telling me that this is more important than the lives of the people in this building and the people that come here for service.
Boom, 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 boom. Hey, if you can hear me clearly, somebody please do me a favor and hit that like button so we can get into the action right now. Yeah, we got to get into it. Somebody please hit the button as soon as possible so we can get ready to talk about what I've been screaming from this desk for as long as I can, for as loud as I can, about Gab News and how dangerous this organization is. And I'm gonna say this to my co-host on Tuesday night, Mayor Frank McClary, sir, please don't ever compare me to Gab News ever again in life. That man is a coward. The owner of that paper, I'm saying that, I'm putting that out there because he put an unsuspecting person, and I'm gonna say unsuspecting because tonight I'm gonna get into, and what I would just go back and watch what we did yesterday. Okay, you saw Live 5 was there, and then Real Talk Tuesday happened, and I've been saying to you guys for the longest, Gab News is not for the people of Georgetown County, and that's white people, that's black people. He's not for the people. He's for the people that's paying his bills. So what I would suggest to some of you, after listening to this tonight, take into consideration who's paying him and consider whether or not you want to do business with some of his sponsors, some people who's sponsoring this garbage. And it's pure garbage. It's lazy, pure garbage. And it's dangerous. It's a coward. So, sir, please do not compare me ever again to that guy, okay? Because you don't have to go to school for journalism to have some a little bit of integrity about yourself, and don't put unsuspecting people in situations where you know what the reaction is going to be. And what am I talking about, guys? Because here is Gab News located, operating in Georgetown County. And this story with the building has been going on for the last 3.5 years. Okay. So Gab has had every opportunity to do every story he wanted to do on this building, and he has still been doing the same reporting consistently, which means he's lazy as hell, which means he's not doing his job. Okay? Which means, point, you're lying, you're misleading people by being just purely trash. So I would consider, if I would pay attention to who's supporting him, because that's what's going to have to happen for him to learn. You're going to have to take away some of his support because it's lazy, it's irresponsible. Okay? And it's not just because I'm screaming, it's because there's documents involved with that case that this man does not cover. And I'm going to get into it here really fast. So let's pull up this article and let me tell you what the issue is with the article. Aside from the fact that he sits in and watches this show, you can mirror a lot of his posts to what's going on here on this show. Because again, that building's been sitting there vacant now for 3.5 years, and he's had every opportunity to do whatever kind of reporting research that he needed to do on it. This ordinance has been in place since 2014. If I have it, there's no way in the world he doesn't have it. And what he's failing to tell you guys, right? Let's go to this article that just, again, it popped up after. And so this is how the county, you heard in that first report where the news reporter said the county doesn't comment on lawsuits, right? Pending litigation, yet they gave they didn't give anybody anything. And for the life of anybody, if somebody would just read this document, if the people at Gab News, Georgetown Times, whatever, people just read the goddamn document. I didn't write it. Just read the document. That's how they keep misleading you, because he does not refer to, this is the law, and he does not refer to it at all, right? Because what a real reporter should be reporting about, you guys paying this guy to put this garbage and these lies out here? What he should be reporting about is the fact that they spent that money, how much money was spent before they even started on the first project. But what happens is, if they read this document, somebody may be going to the big house. So let's get Garbage and Beyond to put an article out to try to refute what was just on the news. Okay, you think I'm lying? This article was just a couple hours ago. Let's get it up here. Okay, and there's things in that they just they act as if you're not talking. They want to say we gave them $1.5 million, and if you just read this document, and I'm gonna show you guys to the point where now you better be glad. So I better be glad I got it now, because they don't even have this document listed on the county's website, and I'm gonna prove it to you. But they have the 5th project in that list of projects that they were supposed to complete before they did anything else with that money, which is a list of roads and highways that they got. And I'm gonna show you all 100 of the roads, right? And I'm gonna show you how stupid these people are, right? Because if somebody like me can do a little bit of research and prove to you, and like, he will not talk about the facts, which is where this money went. This document right here clearly lays out how that money is to be spent. Hence, this thing has been out of court for the last 3.5 years. Let me pull this trash up on the screen for you. There it is from 7 hours ago. Let me refresh it because it's probably, I'm not refreshing nothing. And so he has, and this is what I mean by he's a coward. So Michelle Cox, from your report there, you write well, you know what I mean? But it has nothing in it. It has nothing pertaining to the actual law. This is pure what those people, whoever those people are, gave you to say, and you just said it. Okay. Now, if I'm wrong, you're welcome to come on and we can talk about it, but I'll show you that you're wrong. Okay. And so one of the things that one of the big things that needs to be sometime in some way, we got to figure out a way to expose the fact or highlight the fact, right? Because it was highlighted earlier this year with the county administrator when she was talking about Andrews, and she, in her description, these people, let me get to the point. These people never been to Andrews. A lot of the people that make decisions have never been to Andrews. In this trash piece, they get to talking about, oh, the mayor changed the plans. If you've ever been to town hall in Andrews, South Carolina, what they're saying is that the mayor, they were supposed to, I hate even repeating it because it's such bullshit. But what is in this article, they're saying that the mayor changed the design and added his office. Since my basketball coach, Kenny Hazelton's father, was the mayor of Andrews, South Carolina, which was, you guys can get in the comment section and tell me how long ago that was. That's been the mayor's office in there. It's one building. It is one building, right? But here's the kicker. None of that matters if you actually read the law that they wrote. The problem is they wrote the law well. The problem is Frank McClary came in and then read the damn law. Okay? And actually read the damn law. And so that's when and sat and watched these fools. Sat and watched them. Somebody asked Garbage and Beyond, where is their report on, give me a second, let me pull this up. Where is his report? Now, what we're talking about these 5 projects right here. We're talking about money from 2014, right? That's the whole thing with the building in Andrews, South Carolina. Okay. And the building that they're talking about is, where is that building at? There it is right there. Okay. And what Scott won't tell you, or what nobody else will tell you, because again, they want to take your attention away from the facts. The problem is they wrote the damn document. So now all you got to do is abide by the document. And the language is in there, whether you read it or not, which, again, I know they didn't read it. That's why it's so frustrating. And that's why they don't want to go to court with this. Because like I said, Michelle Cox, here's something for you. If you a damn reporter, you're a writer, you want to be putting up stuff out to the public, you explain to the people of Georgetown County why this document that I hold right here says that you are not to spend any of that money that was collected from the capital project sales tax until you complete the 5 projects. Why was this money to Horry Georgetown Technical College, Coastal Carolina College, and the city of Georgetown Economic Development spent before any of these projects were ever worked on. There's the governor of South Carolina right there at Georgetown Tech. This money was being distributed before any of the original 5 projects. See, the problem is that you, the people of Georgetown County, actually voted on this stuff. And this is a law. This is law. This is the law. But what Garbage and Beyond wants to report on is the mayor. The truth of it is, the truth about it, like that 1.5 million that they put down there. Now, we went through last night how that the first 1.5 million was ate up before they even started building the building. This document allows for that. Let me see what my ninth grade, I went past ninth grade. Let me stop lying. The Georgetown County Council finds that a 1% sales tax should be levied with Georgetown County for the purpose of designing, and this is on the first page, right? So when they talk about they gave money and they gave this and that, no, they didn't give anybody anything. Okay. This is on the first page. For the purpose of designing, engineering, construction, improving highways, sidewalks, streets, and bridges, design, engineering costs, improving, basically whatever the cost was, this document absorbs it. It also says in this document that these figures that I'm gonna put the figures up here so you can see them, were estimates. Okay. The problem is they wrote a good document. The real problem is they don't want to follow it. Hence the 3.5-year court case. Plus, Gab will never, ever in his life, ever question the illegal ordinance that came out of this. Where is this illegal ordinance, you ask? That's the $7 million that each county councilman got. And there's the list right there in your face again. That's the Michelle Cox, you really need to consider why he decided to get you to write on that article. Write that article when that's a story that he's been covering now since it started. Since the first vote happened. And he just handed that off to you after tonight, because what happened is he got a call from his people. They're like, Scott, look, you know, them two ninjas over there in Andrews at it again. Plus they got Live 5 there because somebody had a post up saying that when they saw Live 5 in front of Town Hall, they just automatically assumed it, you know, God forbid somebody is standing up for little old Andrews. Because Scott, you damn sure won't. And they already on your ass over there in Oakland because, again, that's how y'all do it. Look at who is sponsoring these people. And modify your shopping list this Christmas and the New Year. And at the same time, we need to build, and for those who, let's join forces here, and we need to put out a good, solid product based on truth and facts. And if you come into cover for your friends, it's not how that's going to work. So let's get into this a little bit more. That's just part of it, right? The other part of this whole thing is that Georgetown County, right? So this system is evil. This is an insidious, this system is evil. Here's why I say this system is evil, right? Here we are talking about litigation that's going to take place in 2025 for money that was collected that you, the people of Georgetown County, voted on for the 1 cent penny sales tax, right? Here we are talking about this money right now, getting ready to go into 2025. You just voted back in November for a new penny sales tax. This one hasn't even been resolved yet. And here's more proof, right? Because what you should be able to do is go on the county page and get this document that I'm talking to you about. I said you should be able to, but you won't. But I'm gonna show you what you will find on there, right? So on this list that I keep putting up here, right? Those 5 projects at the bottom of that list, it says roads resurfacing projects, right? They got $8.9 million there. And again, that's an estimate. That is just an estimate, right? We know that because the ordinance says so, the law said so, right? Well, I did a little bit of research, right? Again, smarter than a 5th grader, I would think. And I said, well, how many roads was it? So here's the list of roads right here, right? Oh, y'all can't see that? No problem. No problem. No problem. Let's see. Let's go to Harvard University or somewhere and do some hard. No, we ain't got to go that far. Right here on the handy dandy internet. We're going to pull this up right now and I'm going to show y'all. But while I'm pulling that up, this is what I want y'all to do is check out this video. Now, remember what I just said. They said that they did an estimate. That they did an estimate. And the difference between the tax that you just voted on and this one, they didn't do no real estimates in this one, right? They were playing around with your money in this one, or at least they thought they were going to be able to. And so they put $9 million down there for roads. I don't know who had to do the research. And the reason why I say I don't know who they had to do the research is because of this right here. Give me a second, guys. It ain't gonna take me long. This right here. Check this out.
The average cost to pave roads in South Carolina can vary depending on the type of road, its size, and the materials used. However, based on industry estimates, here are some approximate costs. Asphalt road paving. The average cost to pave a private 1-lane asphalt road in South Carolina is between $35 to $85 per linear foot wide. For a 2-lane 24-wide asphalt road, the cost ranges from $70 to $170 per linear foot or $370,000 to $900,000 per mile wide. Asphalt parking lot paving. Paving an asphalt parking lot costs between $3 to $7 per square foot, not including marking, striping, curbing. A 10-car asphalt parking lot costs around $9,000 to $21,000 on average. Asphalt driveway paving. The average cost to pave an asphalt driveway is between $3 to $7 per square foot installed, with the total cost ranging from $1,200 to $4,000 for a standard 2-car driveway. Keep in mind that these estimates may vary depending on the specific location within South Carolina, the contractor you hire, and other factors. Average cost to pave roads in SC, Google.com.
And that's what I did, Google.com. Nothing serious, but if the average cost is $370,000 to $900,000 per square mile, tell me, okay, here's the list I was trying to show y'all, but I did find it over here. And again, I just went right here to the Georgetown County website. You see that, Michelle Cox? But your job is not to question those in power, which is the job of the media. That's what the media is supposed to be here to, is to protect the people from the power of the government. But when you got a slob like Garbage and Beyond That's the only reason he did that article the day after. So you keep watching. You call all of your investors, guys, and we can see it. I don't have to call their name. People know how to go on there and avoid them for their Christmas list. Since you want to put out garbage and mislead people, let's get them. Let's get them to do the right thing. So what you're looking at on the screen right now is Georgetown County website, right? And that document right there that I just dropped on the floor, that is not on there. But what you will find on there, right, is what they're saying they haven't completed. And that is this right here. That's the capital project sales tax from 2014. And here are those roads. Okay. And you can see from Andrews all over. And you tell me, have these roads been paved? So that's a question for you to ask Michelle Cox. Where is this $8.9 million that has not been spent yet? Where is it? Because I know it hasn't been spent yet because I FOIA'd for receipts and they don't have receipts for it. Y'all problem is y'all done ran into some niggas that can read. That's y'all problem. I mean, that's simple and plain. Then you employed some black folks in Andrews to try to take the mayor out, some pastors, and I'm not forgetting none of that. All of that stuff I've been screaming about, y'all, is culminating around this date right here, March 17th, 2025. It's about this building, that building, because it was said, allegedly, I've got to say that, I guess. Well, allegedly, I mean, I know who's it attributed to, but they was gonna get that building. Andrews would get their building when they get a white mayor. And voila, in the last election cycle, here's one who was actually about to move off to someplace else. Actually was applying for a job at another place where I know somebody that worked at. It was actually asking people that they were going to stab in the back for references. Stop me when I lie. That's what happens when you approach me on the football field to try to make a political statement in front of everybody. And I ask you, I say, look, man, we still got issues in the town. We could use we can use your presence on. No, you wanted to be the golden boy and walk into the new town hall. Let them walk this on down the road. Three and a half years they've been kicking us down the road. There is right there. I just showed it to you. This $9 million, Scott. Why couldn't you put a camera in one of their damn face and say, hey, well, listen, can you guys just go ahead and take the $9 million right there? No, what they'll tell you, right? And you will take it. You will take it because you just that's sorry. We don't comment about lawsuits, but we gave them. Y'all ain't give. They have this, I guess, master slave mentality when it comes to Andrews. I've always been a little Nat Turner. You feel what I'm saying? A lot Nat Turner. And they want to frame it as if the town of Andrews is asking them for something. No, y'all voted for this. in every Carolina, he pointed it out until he became a coward, until he ran right down there with the rest of them and started brown nosing, right? Them realtors got in your ear. Councilman Cooper, don't let it happen to you, sir. So I don't go at Gab just to go at Gab. That's the same reason I disassociated with myself with that other garbage, that fake and Beyond News, Florence and Beyond, because I wanted to get into these things to do the best, but these are swindlers. A shady preacher and this guy and the shady preacher. As soon as when the election happened, he took that knife and went to sticking it right in our back. You don't hear nothing from him no more. I see him keep looking over the fence. Them things trained on you too, dog. Y'all cowards, man. Y'all got the ear of these people. You got thousands of followers, and you choose to lie. You choose to be garbage. You choose not to do a little bit of work and put people just work for the people who that actually elevate you. Ooh, boy. And then you play stupid. Oh, I didn't know I was doing that. You know the power of this platform. You know the power of propaganda. That's why you crying and trying to, with them young ladies that's on your ass over there. We can sit down and talk. I can always improve. You don't want to improve, dog. You don't have to improve. Just tell the damn truth. That's it. But that requires a little bit of work. That requires possibly offending somebody. Yeah, I would watch who his sponsors are and send a message through them, because they benefit from this garbage. Don't text me, don't call me, don't do none of that. Those times been over. I don't know what your hate is for the town of Andrews. I don't know what anybody in the town of Andrews did. If it ain't reporting what one of these idiots is talking about some issue that they got, that's their personal issue a lot of times, and it's just you want to turn it on the town of Andrews and the people of Andrews. Y'all in Georgetown Times have sold paper off the misfortunes of Andrews for a long time, but you never sold no damn paper. You're an online publication. Irresponsible, but because you can be around the highfalutin and they pat your head like you a little lap dog, you're okay. You'll carry the water for them. But it's that time's coming for all of that. All of y'all gonna get exposed. Yeah. And that brooch lady, the lady for the PR lady, the public relations lady or whatever, you know what I mean? See, a lot of these people so stupid, right? They don't know when to shut up. They really don't know when to shut up, and they let their ego get to it, as if they're somebody bigger than than what they are. And that shows you what kind of leadership they got in Georgetown County. Because you got these department heads or these people in these departments speaking as if they, and that's just what it is. It's poorly run. But let it be Brick Chimney Road. Let it be anything over side 51 side. And Raymond faked y'all out over there in Lambertown. I told y'all we need to y'all go back, look at the old videos where I've been saying, look, we need to come together. It ain't no black or white thing. It was, again, the ambulance gonna show up to your White House or your black house. Say back in the day, they'd be like, "Who you white or black now?" Now you live in the west side of the county, baby. Trash, Scott. Michelle Cox, you need to do some damn research. Why did, I'm gonna end it with this so it'll be clear, right? Get these answers. Okay? And you run into somebody that's going to shut you down, like Raymond or one of these other councilmen, go ahead and stop with the lies before you even start. Do some damn research, FOIA some documents, okay, around the capital project sales tax and the spending, and post it in your damn paper, on your online publication, excuse me. And I need you to get answers, right? I need you to read the ordinance and tell me and find these dates right here. Here's all, I'm doing the damn research for you. Here's another reference for you. The question is, where was the money at to fund this program right here? Where did the money come from to fund this? And if it came from the capital project sales tax, was it legal? So see if your fat ass get up and do some work now. See, these are straightforward questions. Y'all printed it. Ask the governor if he knows that he was spending money that he wasn't supposed to be spending. I mean, he wasn't spending. He was there taking photos, This stuff that I'm showing you right here, this is from the ordinance, y'all. Welcome to Andrews the Podcast. I ain't made this up. I'm reading you guys what they wrote, and what it says here is revenue must be used only for the purpose stated in the imposition ordinance. And you know what the imposition ordinance is? Right there. Ordinance 2014-28. And y'all wonder why you got the rich people in Georgetown County on the other side, on that over there in the Waccamaw Neck. Y'all wonder why those people are trying to separate from Georgetown County. They trying to separate from the county. And as soon as they can do that, ooh, they're gonna be looking to the west side, like, yo, can we all, you know what I mean? Nope. That's how stupid this council has been in their decision making. And one more thing, Michelle Cox, before you go, okay? I gave you that assignment right there. Find out about that and those other 3 projects, and also find out how is it surplus, right? How is it surplus? How did they get this surplus money right here. And you can go on their website right now and see an uncompleted project, a uncompleted list of projects, when the ordinance clearly states, do some real damn journalism work, bro. Ma'am, you sorry. And you lying, misleading the people. There it is right there on Georgetown County. Okay, 2014, a list of roads. And you see how I showed you the video of how much roads cost. Google it. Go to Google it. And this is look like it's posted from the court document. It's Exhibit A, Exhibit A, Exhibit A. You need to get Michelle to tune in too, because you watching pretty hard. I'm trying to figure that out, because I'm getting and where am I getting my questions from? This document right here. Simple. This is where I'm getting my questions from. Right here. This ordinance. That's where you can get your questions from. But that's not your job. Your job is to mislead and talk about the mayor's office. Y'all thought y'all could do what y'all wanted to do with that money, and now there needs to be answers. That's what that's a job for you, Scott. The people of Georgetown County will want to know that on your big platform. Since you over here stealing ideas, I done gave you a couple of them, and it'll be proof to you guys who watching that he's full of it. He is the propaganda wing. He's an extension of the Georgetown County government. He's like the PBS of Georgetown County. State-funded news. What do they call that in Germany? Propaganda. I don't know. But yeah, that's about all I got to say on that, man. Really. And we'll stay on this. So from now until March 17th, we'll be on this every day, because I want the people to be aware of what's happening. Because again, I have a sneaky suspicion that there's going to be an 11th hour move to try to, let's see, can't we come to the table and work this out? You know what I mean? And you're talking 3.5 years. And so again, ask yourself, why would Gab News post that article today? Okay, it's because somebody told him, hey, did you see what they did last night? Did you see what CBS News? We need you to do this. And that monkey jumped right up in that tree. Right in that tree. And Michelle, do better, sweetheart. Again, you ain't know. He played you. Just consider that. Just consider when you taking these assignments, consider why he's giving it to you. Okay, because he's a clout whore. He's an attention whore. Okay, but he don't want to be seen. He's want to throw a rock and hide your hand type. Okay, because most people never put a face with, what he does. That's very, very disingenuous, just my opinion. But that's what you get in Georgetown County, I guess.
Truck after truck after truck, not one local truck. They were from Charleston County and Berkeley County. So, it's bad enough we put the solar farm up, but then to throw salt on the wound, then we don't hire local contractors. And to me, that is unacceptable when we give up over 2,000 acres of our homeland and not hire local contractors. But go take a look at it and see what's coming to the north end and see if that's what you want. I encourage you highly to do so. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilman. Any further discussion regarding ordinance number 24-40? If not, all in favor, please raise your hand. Opposed? Let the record reflect 5 in favor, 2 against, 2 opposed. Thank you. We move on down to ordinance number 22.